you're focusing on something you cannot control. Whatever you focus on expands in your mind. This person that tells me, I'm already depressed, okay? Why? Because he's focusing on the things that are not going well in his life. If I asked you right now, what are the things that are going wrong in your life? Ask yourself this question, what are the things that are going wrong in your life right now? You'll start to feel it, yes or no? What do you feel when I tell you what's going wrong in your life? What's wrong with you? You realize your eyes are starting to go everywhere. Is there something wrong in my life? If you focus on it, you're going to find it, yes or no? Yes. If I told you, what's going great in your life? Tell me about what's great about your life. Okay? Tell me, what's great about your life?
Alhamdulillah, you're healthy, you're fine.
Okay. Okay, so now he's focusing on it. What do you feel when I told you, what's great about your life? What are you feeling in this moment?
Yeah, you're lucky.
Lucky. Okay, maybe an hour ago he was like, man, this problem, I have to accept it. مش معقول يا عمي. هلا he's like, I feel lucky. شوفوا من الابتسامة. Okay, so what you focus on expands. Let's try something right now. Focus on a time someone did something bad to you. Okay, like الابتسامات كلها راحت. Focus on a time someone did something bad to you. Focus on it for 30 seconds. The way they did it, how they did it, where you were. What do you feel right now? Anger. He went from lucky to disappointed. Okay, realize this. Tell me something else. Hala, I want you to focus on a time, switch off your brain to something else. Focus on a time where someone did something unexpected, you didn't expect it, they made you laugh so hard, you were trying to drink maybe milk or water and it came out of your nose while you were laughing. Why are you laughing, guys? Why are you laughing, guys? Nothing happened, by the way, here. But where did it happen? Right here. Everything is happening here. Problems here. Challenges here. Setbacks here. Where do you focus your mind when things happen? 2020, there were people that lost a lot of money, yes or no? And there was people that made more money than before. So what's the difference in their focus? Same event, yes or no? Same event happened all around the world. But some people, they're like, the end. Other people, new beginning. What's the difference in their focus? You tell me. What was the difference in their focus? People that lost money, what were they focusing on? Disaster. People that made more money, they were focusing on what? Opportunity. I remember I was watching an interview in the midst of COVID when they told us sit at home. Okay, nobody can go out, nothing. This lady brought an investor and she said, people are dying, the stock market has crashed. What do you think? He said, honestly, before COVID, I was praying, God, please send us a disaster so we can make some money. He said, it's horrible, people are dying. But as an investor, this is my time. This is where I make money. Because what do investors do in this time?
They buy fear.
They buy, whereas everybody's selling, right? So they're doing something completely different because in their mind, they're focused on something completely different, okay? So when change happens in front of you, what are you focused on? Hala, there's a lot of changes happening, yes or no? I want you to tell me a little bit about what's going on in your organization, because I don't want to be the only person talking here. No, really, are you tired?
I can go, no one else wants to go. So actually, I can relate to that a lot because my department, like as the CEO office, it actually never existed before I came. So it's a very new thing for all of us involved. We didn't even know like how to structure it, where to start from, what kind of tasks that we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that we dealt with it is that we made very clear work streams and structured everything. So
Are you reporting directly to the CEO?
to the chief of staff.
Okay, okay. Yes, you were saying, sorry, maybe I interrupted.
No, that's it.
Okay. Type. What kind of emotions do we feel when there's a lot of change?
It was very stressful and it actually made me very anxious because not only is it something new for us and we have to structure it and build it from scratch, but also managing other people's perception and you know, everyone has an opinion.
Right.
So also that was very difficult to navigate and it added a lot of pressure.
Is this over or is it still happening?
We're stable now.
You're stable.
We're stable.
Okay, very good. In times of change, guys, what emotions do we experience? Fear, okay, especially when there's a new management coming in, yes or no? Okay, why? Why do we experience fear? Because people's heads get chopped off, yes or no? Okay, people lose their jobs, yes or no? People don't know if they're staying or they're not staying anymore. Okay, will I fit in? Will I not fit in? So basically, I'm going into the unknown. Okay, what other emotions do we feel? Am I gonna get along with my new manager or not? Okay, so emotions affect performance. Some people, when there's a lot of change or when there's a new management, because they're uncertain too much and they're too anxious, their performance starts to decline, yes or no? And it leads to a self-fulfilling prophecy. They get fired or displaced or I don't know. Okay, that's focus. So focus determines how you feel inside. The last one here is internal dialogue. What do you mean by internal dialogue? How you talk to yourself. Research tells you we have more than 50,000 conversations with ourselves every day. The problem is you are more or less having the same conversation with yourself every day. So if you tell yourself, I'm not good enough, who do you think you are, you're not going to do this, you're not going to be able to do this, chances are every day you're having the same conversation with yourself. Your conversation affects how you interpret what's happening in front of you. If something happens in front of you and you're telling yourself, this is a problem, this is a big problem, and one person's looking at it and say, this is an opportunity, it's totally going to affect your experience inside of you. What happens if you want to know the quality of your conversation? How do you talk to yourself when you make a mistake? How do you talk to, the way you talk to yourself, it affects everything. What do you say to yourself when you make a mistake? في ناس يقول لك أنت ما بحياتك
I was
هتفهم.
just gonna say the same thing.
What?
I don't think that's shareable here.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep it inside of your head, but I want you to say it in a Mickey Mouse voice. Say it 5 times in a Mickey Mouse voice. Hey! All right, say it now in your head. You know how you fast forward a movie? Say it like that.
Just the same as the Mickey Mouse, right?
Now say it in your head, very slow motion. Very, very, very slow. Okay? Does it have the same meaning? No.
It gets worse with the slow one.
Maybe if you're doing, okay, say it in a ridiculous voice. Very silly, ridiculous voice. Okay? It changes, right? The event itself did not change. It's your interpretation of the event that changed. So what I'm trying to invite you to discover is that it's not about what's happening outside. It's about your interpretation of what's happening outside. You know these people that are very spiritual, very religious, something happens in front of them and they're like, لعله خير. Allah الوحيد اللي بيعرف why this is happening. It's good, alhamdulillah. Some people, bad stuff happens to them, you're like, alhamdulillah. Okay? Why? Because in their head, the interpretation is different. When you see things happening not your way, what do you say? Again, I don't want this training to be a positive, fluffy training. I want this to be a practical training. What do you usually say when things don't go your way? Why me? لا يا الله. صح ولا لا? Okay? The question, by the way, some people ask me, okay, how do I determine what I focus on? I'm like, it depends what you ask yourself. Because your mind is like Google. You ask it a question, it will tell you searching. If you say, why me? Your mind will tell you, let me tell you why you. It will go and look, why you? لأنك ما بتفهم. لأنك ما بحياتك حتتعلم. It'll give you all the reasons why. If we change the question to, how can I turn my life around? How can I take this into my advantage? Your mind will also do the same, tell you, searching. By the way, you might not find the solution for a week or 2 weeks. You might not find the answer. But if you keep asking the question, your mind will find out the answer. 2020, when I told you all this stuff happened, all the questions I asked were, why me? I did everything right. Heck, Ya Allah, this is what you do to me? Why me, God? Okay? And then I said, wait a minute, I cannot live this way because I'm going to be miserable for the rest of my life. So I started asking myself different questions. I said, what are you trying to teach me? And I kept asking this question for weeks until I got the answer. And the answer was, we're trying to break your ego. We're trying to make you happier without money, without all of this stuff. We're teaching you how to become less reliant on this stuff. And that's where the new phase started to begin. It's all because the question changed. Physiology, how you move your body. Who controls your body? You or somebody else? I hope it's you. Otherwise we have a problem. Focus. Who controls your focus? You. Who controls this internal dialogue? You. Okay? If you change one of them, you're going to change the way you feel. If you work on all three of them, what happens? You become unstoppable. Then now you are generating emotions. You know how ChatGPT generates stuff? You want to be like ChatGPT. You generate emotions. When bad stuff happens to you, you're like, I'm going to wake up every day. I'm going to feel excited about every day because I don't know what's going to happen. Let's find out.